Hello, dear friends. Today we look at two digital releases sitting vicariously upon the PlayStation 3 store. Let's go.
Suikoden released for the PlayStation 1 in 1995, with its sequel released 3 years later. Both are RPGs, developed and published by Konami. They are fondly remembered for their engaging storyline, rich character development, and intricate political intrigue. The Suikoden series has garnered a dedicated following over the years, and is often hailed as one of the best RPG series of all time.
The first game draws inspiration from the Chinese classic novel Water Margin, also known as Outlaws of the Marsh, which tells the story of 108 outlaws who gather to form a formidable army against corrupt officials. This influence is evident in the game's narrative and its unique character recruitment system.
The story of Suikoden revolves around the protagonist canonically known as Tim Iqbal. Tyr is the son of a high-ranking general in the Scarlet Moon Empire, Teo Iqbal. The game begins with Tyr being inducted into the Imperial Army. However, as the story progresses, he becomes increasingly aware of the Empire's corruption and cruelty.
In the sequel, Suikoden II unfolds a few years later in a land now embroiled in political turmoil and warfare. The game's narrative follows the journey of a young hero as he becomes embroiled in the conflict between the Highland Kingdom and the city-state of Joustin. The story begins with Ryu and his best friend Joey at Riyadh's serving in the Highland Youth Brigade, only to be betrayed by their superiors, leading them on separate paths that eventually see them becoming leaders of opposing factions.
From the hour of gameplay picking for good played for each game, it can be said that the narratives were compelling, with an epic scope and interesting characters.
One of the most distinctive features of Suikoden is its recruitment system. Players are tasked with finding and recruiting the 108 Stars of Destiny, a diverse group of characters each with unique skills and backgrounds. This system not only adds depth to the gameplay, but also encourages exploration and interaction with the game world. Each character brings something different to the table, be it in battle, as a blacksmith, or in other support roles within the player's headquarters.
The game employs a standard JRPG turn-based combat system that allows players to form parties of up to 6 characters. Battles are strategic, requiring players to consider the strengths and weaknesses of their party members. Additionally, certain characters can perform special combination attacks when paired together, adding another layer of strategy to the combat.
Suikoden also features large-scale war battles and one-on-one duels. War battles are played out on a tactical grid, with players commanding various units to achieve victory. These battles are crucial to the story, often determining the fate of key characters and influencing the overall progression of the game. One-on-one duels, on the other hand, are more straightforward but equally engaging, requiring players to predict their opponent's moves and respond accordingly.
A central aspect of Suikoden is the player's headquarters, which evolves throughout the game as more characters are recruited. Initially, the headquarters is a modest base, but as the player progresses, it grows into a bustling fortress filled with various facilities and characters. This development not only provides a tangible sense of progression, but also allows players to customize their headquarters to suit their preferences.
The music of Suikoden, composed by Miki Higashino, is another standout feature. The soundtrack perfectly complements the game's atmosphere, with each track enhancing the emotional impact of the narrative. From the stirring main theme to the serene village tunes and intense battle music, the score is memorable and deeply evocative.
In terms of art style, Suikoden utilizes 2D sprites and environments, a common style for RPGs of the time. Despite the limitations of the hardware, the game's art direction is impressive, with detailed character sprites and beautifully crafted backgrounds. The character designs, in particular, are noteworthy, each one distinct and reflective of their personality and role within the story.
Suikoden has left a lasting legacy in the world of RPGs. Its success led to several sequels, each building on the foundation laid by the original. The game's emphasis on character recruitment and development, combined with its rich storytelling and strategic gameplay, set a benchmark for future RPGs.
The series' loyal fan base has kept the spirit of Suikoden alive, advocating for re-releases and remasters of the original games. In 2022, Konami announced remasters of Suikoden and Suikoden 2 for modern platforms, much to the delight of long-time fans and newcomers alike. These remasters aim to preserve the essence of the original games, while updating the graphics and improving the overall experience for contemporary audiences. Aiming for release in 2023 initially, the release date has been pushed back and no new official release date has been announced yet.
Suikoden for the PS1 is a classic RPG that has stood the test of time. Its engaging storyline, rich character development, and innovative gameplay mechanics make it a must-play for fans of the genre. The game's unique recruitment system, strategic combat, and evolving headquarters offer a depth and complexity that few RPGs of its time could match.
The disparity in cost between purchasing a physical copy of Suikoden for the PS1 and a digital copy from the PlayStation 3, PS3 store highlights the significant differences in market dynamics for physical and digital media. This phenomenon is influenced by factors such as availability, collector value, and the convenience of digital distribution.
Purchasing a physical copy of Suikoden for the PS1 nowadays can be quite expensive. Since its initial release in 1995, the game has become a collector's item. Several factors contribute to its high price on the secondary market. As a game released over 2 decades ago, finding a complete and well-preserved physical copy is increasingly difficult. The passage of time has led to a decrease in the number of available copies, driving up demand among collectors.
As of recent years, prices for a physical copy of Suikoden 1 and 2 on the secondary market, such as eBay or specialized gaming stores, can range from £70 to over £200, depending on the condition and completeness of each item.
In contrast, the digital versions of Suikoden 1 and 2, released on the PlayStation 3 store back in 2008 and 2014 respectively, are significantly more affordable. When Konami re-released Suikoden as a digital download, it provided an accessible option for gamers who wanted to experience the classic without the high cost associated with physical copies. As of writing this script, on the PS3 store, the digital copies of Suikoden 1 and 2 are priced around £4 to £8.
So all in all that's all, the price difference between digital and physical can be anywhere from £140 to over £590, making the digital copy a much more affordable option for those looking to experience the game without the collector's premium attached to the physical edition.
Digital downloads are not limited by stock. This removes the scarcity factor that drives up prices in the secondary market.
By offering classic titles at a lower price point, companies like Konami can attract a broader audience, including younger players who may not have experienced the original release. It also serves as a way to keep the franchise alive and maintain interest in potential future releases or remasters. So why they don't do this I can only chalk down to corporation stockholders hating things which are old, so fuck 'em. And unfortunately, most likely because of said fuckhead corporate stockholders, the cheapest and most user-friendly way to play these 2 games is still the PS3 store digital versions.
In conclusion, Suikoden 1 and 2 stand as monumental achievements in the RPG genre. Games that seamlessly blend an engaging narrative with deep, strategic gameplay. Their exploration of complex themes, combined with a vast and varied cast of characters, ensure their place as a timeless classic. Even decades after their initial releases, they continue to be celebrated and cherished by fans around the world, a testament to their enduring quality and the profound impact they have had on the world of video games.